A gente tem o dublador do personagem do Ross aqui no Brasil. Ele que dubla o personagem Aaron de The Walking Dead. A gente vai perguntar pro Ross se ele conhece esse dublador, até porque ele fez algumas perguntas pro Ross, né, Paula?
Olá, pessoal. Olá, bom dia, Flow News. Muito obrigado pelo convite. Eu sou Michel de Fiore. Eu sou o dublador do Aaron em The Walking Dead aqui no Brasil. Eu fiz a voz do Ross Marquand aqui durante todas as temporadas de The Walking Dead. E a convite eu vim aqui trazer uma curiosidade que eu gostaria muito de saber também, como é que o Ross entendeu bem, como isso aconteceu. Durante a cena da Lucille, lá naquele final de ciclo do Negan, onde está todo mundo sentado em roda, né, e rola o Uni, do Unité, quando nós fomos gravar essa cena em português, a gente não sabia quem é que ia, de fato, ser atingido pelo Negan naquela situação. Né? Por quem ia passar. Então, quando nós fomos gravar, a cena ela terminava com um grande black, né? Tudo ficava escuro, e quando ele escolhia a pessoa, só tinha o grito dessa pessoa apanhando. Nós não sabíamos quem seria. Talvez ninguém soubesse até então quem seria o atingido. Então, todos os dubladores que estavam sentados em roda, todos dos personagens que estavam sentados em roda ali, tiveram que gravar a cena como se tivessem morrido. Ross, como foi pra você? Você sabia o que ia acontecer? Vocês já sabiam quem iria morrer? Porque nós só descobrimos quando a gente foi gravar 6 meses depois, o começo da outra temporada, na verdade. E aí a gente descobriu quem é que tinha sido realmente atingido. E foi uma expectativa muito, muito confusa, muito grande, porque foi exatamente isso. Todo mundo entrava no estúdio e perguntava, fui eu que morri? Fui eu que fui atingido? O que aconteceu comigo? Eu continuo na série? Você lembra, Ross? Como foi pra vocês esse momento dessa transição de temporada? Já sabiam ou não sabiam?
Did you get everything?
Yeah. I understood all of that. I heard beer. Is it beer? Did he say beer?
No.
I heard Negan in there too.
Negan has something about Egan and that Lucille scene.
I found out. I heard rumors, of course, towards the end of season 6 that it was going to be Glenn, but I didn't know about Abraham until Michael told me. He's just like, hey, I'm going to be dying. And I was like, come on. Because Michael especially was like one of my best friends on the show. And Glenn, Stephen told me pretty soon after we finished season 6. So I kind of knew going into it what was going to happen, but they made us record different variations of the deaths. So there was 3 different versions because they were trying to throw off the editors because there was a lot of leaks happening back then. It was the biggest show in the world at that time, right? So they wanted to make sure there were no spoilers. So they recorded one day of very different deaths and I died in one, me, Maggie, I think Sasha died in one, I think Rosita died in one too. It was just like all these different. I think Carl did too. All these different variations where they would try to throw off the editors so that if there was a leak, they could find out who it was.
Wow,
right?
FBI,
like crazy.
Big plan.
Exactly. So we had a whole day of filming all these different variations, and I'll tell you, once they got to my death sequence, it was one of the last ones we shot. And Jeffrey, Negan, was really just kind of like, we were all just tired because we'd been doing this all day. And, they have these blood packs on the side of the bat to show the, effective. Yeah. So it has a metal bar in the middle. It's correct, it's covered in soft padding, but it's still a metal bar. And he tried to go down as, soft as he could, but it was towards the end of the day, and he came down pretty hard on my head. And when it hit me, I thought I got knocked out. Like the blood just exploded on my head. But I was like, yeah, exactly. I just went down as fast as I can. And I remember having the worst headache for a few days after that. But we did all these variations for a full day. And that was definitely my least favorite scene and episode to shoot. Because, we're crying on our knees in the freezing cold day after day for like 8 days, I want to say. and you're on your knees, and people think it's like, it's not that bad. When you're on your knees and you can't move and you're crying in the freezing cold like over and over again, your body just goes into fight or flight mode, and it feels that pain for real. And we just couldn't wait to get done with that episode. It was the worst episode, but also some of the best acting I think we've ever done, and a very effective episode. It turned off a lot of viewers, though. I think it was so violent and was so intense that people just got overwhelmed with it.